Hello, friends. Are you ready to get warm and toasty up here? We are on the 8th day of Christmas. I can't believe it's gone so fast. I can't believe we've only got 5 days of Christmas left. That's so crazy. It's just 2020, right? Everything's wild. So we're going to make a cutie little card with the Warm and Toasty stamp set today. This is a card that I made for one of my Stamp-A-Stacks at Christmas. And I love doing Stamp-A-Stacks because my customers love them. They get a lot of cards done. And I think it's fun to design them. So this was a Stamp-A-Stack that I did that had 10 cards. So you got 2 of each card. And it was very popular. You got some of the paper and you got an option to add on the stamp set. So if you would like, I have this PDF available for purchase for $15. So just email me and you can get this cute PDF of instructions for all of the cards. Today's card, of course, you'll get for free, the PDF, when you subscribe to my email. So if you haven't already done that, you need to do that, and I will put the instructions of how to do that in this video, just like I have every day. Okay, so we're gonna make this cute, and I think this card is cute and easy, which those are my 2 favorite words when it comes to crafting. So I'm gonna change up the color scheme a little bit. So this is using the Trimming the Town designer paper and Old Olive. That was part of my Stampin' Stack. But I'm using the Warm Hugs paper because this is my favorite Christmas paper. I just love it. It's so cute. And then I decided to go Granny Apple because I really think that little green, the color, Granny Apple is not in this colors, but sometimes you'll see a little sneak of color in there that you like. And so I picked Granny Apple Green. Hey, Debbie Allen. Good to see you. And we're just going to get that cut down to our card size, which is 4 1/4 by 11. Scored at 5 1/2. We're just making our basic tall card size. And then while I've got my cutter out, I'm going to cut this designer paper 3 by 4. This is a very simple layout for a card. I use it a lot. It really focuses the designer paper without eating like your whole pack. If I'm just making one card, I love to cover the whole front. But if I'm making multiple cards for lots of people, then I use my designer paper like this because you can get, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 out of one pack of designer paper. So I love that. And I'm gonna go ahead, I'm sorry, out of one sheet of designer paper. You can get 9 little pieces that are 3 by 4. So that's quite a bit when you have a whole pack. All right, so we're just gonna put that at a cute little angle. And then we're gonna get some Whisper White and cut that down. Hey, Susie. Hi, Jewel. Good to see you. We're going to cut this down to, it's kind of dirty. I believe it's 1 inch. Let's see. It might be 3/4, but I feel like that looks like 1 inch. Yep, 1 inch. It's a little messy, so I'm going to trim that down. And then we know, because it's a card width, that this needs to be 4 1/4. So we're going to flip that around. I love our trimmer. This was one of our, this was our last gift of Christmas from our last Facebook Live. Today's gift of Christmas is clear blocks. So I don't know if I can ever have enough clear blocks, okay? And what I love as an idea to gift yourself for the 12 days of Christmas is a clear block bundle. So if you're stamping for a while, you keep needing this specific size, this bundle has it all. So this size is like I don't even have one in front of me. It's upstairs, but it's like the size of a card base. But your next biggest size here is one of my favorite blocks. This is, I believe it's an E. Yeah, it's an E block. So you can tell what size your block is right there on the edge, okay? And I love this size block. But then you've got all these cute little sizes. Of course, your standard D block is here. This is a paper pumpkin block. I don't know what he thinks he's doing. This is a good I block. It's tall and skinny, so that's a good block to have. But anyway, my point is, if you've crafted enough, then you just need all the blocks because you just do. That's all I have to say. Now, I'm actually going to stamp my sentiment in basic gray. Now, a lot of people will stamp their sentiments in, like, might choose to do red or green, but I tend towards a neutral when I stamp my sentiment. I just like for it to stand out. Yay, you bought a Stamparatus. Hey, Sean. Good to see you. So I'm going to stamp Warm and Toasty right here on this little strip with the basic gray. I love using basic gray. You guys already know this, but I love use basic gray when I use blending markers because it just is a little less stark than the Memento ink. And it works fine with our blending markers, believe it or not. Okay, now let me get my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine out because I need to make an oval. I thought I might have one laying around, but I don't. So here's my little baby. Now, you guys know, if you're a happy shopper, that the baby version of the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine is available. So there's a little mini version. And what's better than a Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine is a mini friend, right? Even if you don't think you'll ever use it, you just have to have it because it's so cute. But you will use it. I'll use it quite a bit. And right after I get off the video here, I'm going to go order mine because I kind of got behind in ordering. Just a tip, whenever I cut a white oval, I always cut my sheet in half and cut two. And then I throw it in the ovals, the package of stitched everything because I use them a lot. And if you're going to cut one, you may as well cut two, right? Even if you don't need to. If you're going to make that motion, you may as well make it worth it. So, and it stitches on both. It's strong enough to stitch both. And then, see, I've got all these in here. I just slide this in here. And the next time I need a white oval, it's there. And y'all, I love my stitched shaped dies so much. They have ovals, circles, and squares that I now have 3 sets of them because I use them in almost every class. And so I just keep, like, whenever I have a half-priced item, I just get another one. It's only $15 when you have it half-priced. And then I can cut 6 ovals at a time for my classes. Isn't that clever? Okay. Now we're going to get out the little... All these critters are just adorable, but he's quite my favorite, this little deer. And I'm going to get out one of my blockies and my ink. I'm again using basic gray, nothing fancy schmancy here. And I'm going to get out, let's give him a red bow. So we shall grab a red and a couple of browns. Let's see if I can, by any chance of stroke of amazingness, I've got light crumb cake. I just need dark crumb cake. Or I could go with soft suede, whichever marker comes first. That might be interesting. Let's just do him in light crumb cake. Nope, we gotta have the dark. Hold on. Because I forgot about his little antlers. Okay. So here's how I'm coloring Mister. I'm gonna pop this red bow. Now I'm gonna color this quick because we're on a video and it's a work day, so we like to keep these day videos kind of shorter because we know you got to get back to work. This is just a nice little break from work, or a nice break from whatever you were doing if you're lucky enough to be retired or not work. So we have a little red bow on our deer. He's so cute. Now, you'll notice my red bow here is all one color, but I just used the dark in the middle and the light are on the outside and blended quite. That's about as much blending as you'll ever see me do on that one. So you can use your light and dark blending markers to really demarcate the difference between those two. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my light crumb cake marker just to color this guy in completely, not carefully. I'm just coloring him in like a kindergartner. You can skip his antlers right now. We'll come back to that in a second. And then we're going to pop in his little body. He's really happy because he gets to be on the card now. And we're going to pop into some stuff on his legs. I'm not always super careful when I color because, I mean, no one's going to be like, oh, she slipped out of the line on this card. It's the most disgusting card, right? You made a handmade card, and so no one cares if you got a tiny bit out of the lines. All right. Now, I'm going to use the dark crumb cake to darken up this little inside of his ear. I'm going to use the dark crumb cake for his antlers. And then I'm also going to use it for this bottom part of his hooves. And something I often forget to do, and I can see I even forgot to do it on my card that's in the package over there, is our stamped images don't float in the air, okay? So it's a good idea to just take your lighter marker and just give a little ground, okay? So pretend like that helps us imagine that he's not just floating in the air, okay? So this is our little card. And we're going to pop this up with, actually, we're going to stick this down first with some Stamp and Seal. Voila. Going to concentrate things into 1/3 of the card. That's how we craft. And I would like for that to go down a tad bit. Let's see if I can move it. Sometimes it's positionable, sometimes it's not. I wanted this to be more centered in that little square, even though the square is off kilter. We're going to pop a couple of dimensionals on here. And he is adorable, is he not? Now the last thing he's cute enough that we have to tie him off with a nice cute bow. This is the Trimming the Town. This comes in olive and red in the same package, and it's trimmed in gold, which is the cutest.